Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette. It's going to get dark. I'll be in my room in 1 minute, so you're going to have to bear with me. Yeah, I'm just walking, just took the bus, and I'm a couple of minutes from the dormitory I'm staying at because I'm teaching a camp. And today was my off day, so I went traveling. And yeah, I went traveling, went to the beach. And oh, by the way, hi everyone, my name's Eric. If you have any questions about teaching or learning English, or put them in the comments down below. Also, tell me where you're from, say hello, and hopefully in a couple. Oh no, I'm still on the right path. Okay, I'm almost there. Hi, Dad. See you there. Greetings from South Africa. I hope the quality is okay. Sometimes when I've streamed, it's not that good. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, interesting day. I'm walking outside. I've been doing really well. I've been teaching a camp because I'm on vacation and it's a bit boring just to travel all the time or to stay out alone. So I usually go and I do a camp now and again just to keep my teaching sharp. But it's much different, teaching at the university. My life is very calm and I've got a lot of free time, not too many classes. The classes aren't too big or also. But when I come and teach these camps, I have to refine my teaching and I'm trying out new activities and games. And hopefully I can share that in the future, because if I'm just doing what I'm doing and life is easy, I'm not going to grow and I'm not going to improve. Let's see. Kushi, evening. I've asked to come do a demo for a reputed school as a TGT teacher. Please suggest a good topic. Yeah, I think pick anything that's really relevant to the school. So find out what's important to the school, what are some topics that the students want to learn about, and form it around that. I think as teachers, we should always focus on the practical and what our students want and need, and then focus on that. I think that's also a good lesson for myself. Here I am, by the way. So we've got a lot of students inside cooking, and it smells amazing. There inside, that's the kitchen. There's a place where I do pull-ups. I've been losing some weight, except today. Ate a donut with Nutella on it. Such a failure. And I'll go inside in a second. Manuel, good to see you. Sorry it's so late. Oh, come on. Just pressed it. Yes. Nice. Okay, anyway, it smells amazing inside. From Delhi, India. Okay. Oh, it smells amazing. I wish I want to learn how to cook more Indian and Bangladeshi food. It smells amazing. That's the one thing. We're in a dodgy place. Now I'm just walking to the dormitory. So I'm doing a camp, and it's on an island in Korea, big touristy island. But during winter, it's very quiet. Almost in the room. Lots of the teachers are down here. Let's see, 19. This is me. I'm sweetheart. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my room. I'm not going to show you my. There we go. Not going to show you my suitcase. Okay, I'm back. How is everyone doing? I think I've got a water bottle somewhere. I'm going to have to go get some water now, guys. Okay, think about whatever questions you want. Absolute dog. Think of whatever questions you guys want to ask me. We've got the whole afternoon. It's 10 p.m. here in Korea. So we've got an hour to talk about it, unless I get tired. But let me go get some water. I've been trying not to drink too much water before bedtime. But yeah, I think when I'm talking, or some tea. I think I'll have some tea. By the way, I bought some fruit today. I bought some apples. but it's like 6,001 at the convenience store for 2 apples. But I really need it, so I just bought some apples. And yeah, like I said, today it's my day off, and I went to the beach. I had a massive donut, and I just had dinner, and then I tried to take a bus home. I was thinking of doing let me show you. I'm just going to put on my shoes quickly. Oh, I can't. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was there and I was waiting for a bus for like an hour. No, not an hour, like 40 minutes. And then eventually it came. And that's why I'm late. Not because I'm sloppy. A little bit because I'm sloppy, but mostly because of the bus being late. Pretty much 6 in the evening. The sunset arrived a bit long ago. Yeah, actually, I had a really nice sunset. I saw it before. Really? Making? What are you making for breakfast? I've been avoiding breakfast. Today is probably the most I've eaten in probably a month. So much today. Massive donuts, billion calories, and then I ate some Korean barbecue for dinner. So it's all good. And now I'm having some tea. Tomorrow I'll get back on the diet because I've been doing really well, by the way, guys. Because, yeah, lost so much weight. I'm at 90 kilograms, which sounds like a lot, a boatload. But before my normal weight, before I left Korea, before I went to Russia, was like 93 kilograms. And then I was up to 98. Then I went to Thailand, went down to 93 again, or 94, and now I'm back to 90. Okay, thank you, Dad. Good question. How many students teachers are at the? Thank you, Manuel. I will. How many students teachers are there at the camp? So they're doing middle school and elementary school. The middle school, we're 4 classes with about 12 or 13 per class, so that's like 50 students. And the elementary school's more, I think. So in total, I guess it's like 120. With the middle school where I'm teaching, we're 3 teachers and another Korean teacher that focuses on math and patterns. So yeah, we're just 3 teachers and then another 8, I think, 6 or 8. But the thing is, so I've got another teacher here, another South African, very nice guy, Maurice, and he wanted to lose some weight. And the previous camp, like I was here 6 months ago, and I said, Maurice, I think I'm eating too much at the cafeteria. And he said, okay, let's quit the cafeteria because he wanted to lose some weight too. And so this camp, he said, so he was here at camp before, so that you've got 2 camps in winter and he's doing both. And he was here the first one, I wasn't here. And he said he stopped going to the cafeteria and he only ate in his room. And I said, okay, I'll do the same because they pay you a little bit more instead of eating there. Martha, no, I'm so sad. My Facebook, my Instagram, both are still hacked. I've been trying to reach Facebook or Meta, and it's just not happening. They're not taking anything. It's horrible. I really need it back. You know, I miss it. All my things are on there. Drinking some rooibos tea. It's not very strong, but it's something. It's better than nothing. Yeah, so I really need to get it back. I'm so sad because all my photos, everything's on there. So I have to get it back. Martha, how are you doing? I've only got you on LinkedIn. It's better than nothing, but I enjoyed seeing your, the photos you posted of you hiking and stuff. Can you share the activities that you're making for the students? Yeah, well, the activities I'm making, yeah, I've made like 1 billion videos on activities for students, but I think I need to refine it and share the better ones because some of these activities I've actually that I've shared before. Now I'm using them in the classroom and I can feel which ones are working better and I can I've adapted some of them actually to work better too. So I'll do some more in the future. I'm just finishing with a course on how to teach online, and I'm sharing some of the resources there and some of the websites too. I hope to bring that out. Next weekend, I'm back home, so I can start recording things again. So I'll probably do that then. To what? But for now, I'm just trying to make it. Yes, such a shame. Political comments are out of order, but as no artistic forwards. Yeah, you know what? I should. I don't want to say never, but I shouldn't get political on the channel because I'm just a guy, and people make mistakes. So many of the views I've had when I was younger, I realize now maybe that's the way I was shaped, and that's what at that moment I might have believed them wholeheartedly. But I've grew, and now I think about things differently. And you know what? 10 years later, I might have different opinions. And also, we're kind of formed to think about things, be it by the people in our lives, by the internet, by what we're seeing, or what we're told to believe. So it's kind of difficult, And I've made the mistake in the past of perhaps talking about something, and I thought, oh, I'm doing something kind, doing something good, but then only later to realize, Eric, you have no idea what you're talking about. So that's why I steer away from it. Plastic can be introduced into microwave for making a. No, 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 no. Okay, so it's not in a microwave. I've got a tea bag, and I poured some hot water in it. So no microwave. But I know a lot of people are afraid of microplastics and drinking with it. But what can I do? I can only do what I can do. Martha, busy studying a master's on neuroscience. Working overtime and studying is not a very good idea. You only have good ideas. When's the last time you had a bad idea? Never. Many years ago. Not recently. Yeah, I'm excited to get home. Yeah, right now I'm busy editing another, or maybe one of the not the final, but I'm busy editing another video on teachers quitting because of technology. Well, the thing is, I have to make these videos because I don't have anything else in the vault, so I've got to make it until I get home and I can shoot and edit the rest of the videos. And I've got to do my report cards for this. I've already finished their tests. And then, yeah, the activities. My goal for this here, and I've said it before, is to create the curriculum with teaching the grammar and activities and resources, showing exactly how I teach some of the things and how to make it better. Because, you know, I think that's probably the best thing I can do with my time. But until I've got enough things ready while I work on that, I've got to do that. But yeah, I think the problem most of us have is staying focused. Focusing on the things that are important, because I don't know. I get sidetracked and I kind of think about things. Yeah, I guess that's just life. Actually, during this week, I had to do a unit with the older students I've got, and it was all about success and happiness. How do you define success? How do you define happiness? Can you be successful and happy at the same time? And I've got to talk to the kids about that, even though I'm I don't think I'm like probably the poster child of balance of success and happiness. Recently, well, not recently, I feel like the last 10 years now, I feel like there have been many successes, many things I'm happy about, and things going well. But overall, I wouldn't give myself a passing grade for this decade. I feel like I've failed too much. I'm not pitying myself. I've got a tea here, sitting in a warm room. What more could I want? Martha, were you? Oh, yeah, some eating. Should you make an example of how to look? Hmm. Yeah, maybe. But Manuel, you know what? I think what I like about you is that you're an overachiever. You do really well. You push yourself. You're trying out new expressions and vocabulary, and I wish. I think you inspire me a little bit. So I want to do more of that. Um, Improving, working. But the sad thing is, you know what the sad thing is. Um, you know that expression they say the harder you work, the luckier you get. But I feel like sometimes I work very hard and I just don't have the things I want to show for it. Hmm. Sometimes we have to follow our heart and try to squeeze everything into it. How long will you be at teaching? I'll be until Friday and then I'm flying back. But so the students are doing they're doing a show at the end. Each class has to do like a dance. So they're all like practicing these K-pop dances, and they're going to do that. I haven't told them, but I found a really good flight at 6 p.m. So that means I need to leave here at around 3 p.m. to get to the airport. And yeah, the students are actually they might be performing at 3 until 4, so I might miss their performances, which is a bit sad. Where are you currently teaching? I'm teaching in South Korea at the moment. I'm at a camp in Jeju, doing working here. You reap what you sow. Yes. Um, yeah. I also think that. I just wish that things would have worked out easier because sometimes I feel like I'm working hard but maybe not at the right things. So I'm not, I'm reaping what I sow, but I wish I was sowing something else, you know? I wish it was better. Anyway, you guys know what's really good? I haven't drunk a lot of alcohol, so I don't drink a lot. During the week, I drink nothing. But because of my French friends, always blame the French. On some weekends, I go out and I drink with them, and I haven't done that in a long time. In Thailand, I drank the occasional cocktail, but here I haven't drunk anything. Well, until today, I had so I was eating Korean barbecue, and I had some soju. Finished half of like a bottle of soju, not the whole thing, but had some of that. That's why I'm pushing around. Liana. Good morning. Thanks for your videos. They are necessary. I love that. That's such a good word. Necessary. Um, okay. Well, it makes me think. So this morning I was watching UFC, and usually they've got fights on Sundays. So I watch it in the morning until the afternoon, and was watching it. Really good fights, except I missed the knockouts at the end. But there's this really famous one where they had this one fighter. He was, I think he was Cuban, but he was living in Florida, so he's American, and he knocked out this other fighter in 5 seconds, and then afterwards hit him on the ground. And a reporter asked him, "You know what? Was that necessary to hit him after he fell down, after you knocked him out?" And he's like, as serious as can be, he was like, super necessary. It's just one of those lines. It's just a classic. Jivara, oh, you're in Gwangju for 9 years already. How do you find it? Do you guys want to hear my Gwangju story? Okay, so you've got Korea, and Gwangju is to the southeast, but it's kind of difficult to get to because it's not connected to many of the railways. It takes some time to get to Gwangju, even though it's a very big city. I was living in Busan, which is the second largest city in Korea to the east. Sorry, Gwangju is southwest, and Busan is to the east. And I had to go for a job interview. Oh, let's see. Hi, Kim. Hello, Florida in America, of course, to the Spanish, right? You know Manuel. Yana, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm good. I was just telling my Gwangju story, where Jivara is from. Okay, so I was going for an interview, Gwangju. It's in the morning. I think it was 9 or 10, but Gwangju is or 11 or something. It was Gwangju's 4 hours away from Busan. And so I had to get to the bus station, and I get to the bus station on time, got my ticket, go try and catch the bus, and they say, no, it's not from this bus station. There's another bus station you have to go to. So now I'm in a taxi going to the other bus station in Busan, trying to get the bus on time because it takes 4 hours to get there. I get on the bus, and I'm texting the guy who's supposed to interview me, and I say, listen, I'm sorry I'm late, but it's the wrong bus station. I'm going to be, so I would have been like maybe 30 minutes late. So I said, listen, I'm going to get to the bus station in Gwangju. I'm going to rush to the university. I'll be there 30 minutes late. I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, I understand, it's far away. I get there, and so I get to the bus station, grab a taxi all the way there. It's very expensive going all the way. I think they did refund me for traveling. They did give me some money. I don't think it covered everything, but they did give me something. Maybe, I think. Anyway, so I get there, and very nice man lets me into it. I meet some of the other people going for interviews, and it's me, and it's I think 3 Korean ladies. So one Western guy, I think he was American, nice beard, and three ladies, and they asked me some questions, and he asked me questions. Well, they didn't ask me questions, only him. He asked me one question, and I answer, and I try to talk a little bit more, and he asked me some more, and then like he tries and he asks questions, and they're just sitting there, nothing. And he asked them, so he's finished, and he says, okay, do you have any questions? And they just look at me, and I think, so I'm just polite, and I say, thank you so much for having me. I apologize for being late. But I walked out of there, and I knew, I could see in their eyes they weren't interested. But I was thinking, listen, I know I'm late, but I traveled 5 hours. I woke up 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning to come all the way here to come and see you. You could have asked me one question, it wouldn't have hurt you. You didn't even say anything to me. 3 ladies just sitting there, him asking me a few questions, and they just didn't say anything. Um, and I remember I think it was Halloween, because it was a Saturday, it was Halloween, and I still have the photo. Immediately afterwards, I went and I sat somewhere and I had a coffee for the first time. I didn't even have time to buy anything or eat anything. This is lunchtime now, and I'm getting a coffee. So I've got the suit on, got my glasses. I'm sitting in a coffee shop all alone, and I remember I was time to take a photo and to remember this moment. And I took a photo. And I remember at that time, I thought, I'm going to make the best out of this. Not the best out of this. They're not going to keep me down. I'm going to find a way. I don't ever want to feel this. I don't want to feel this helpless again. And yeah, I remember I finished there. Went back to the bus station. Another 4 or 5 hours to get back. And on the way back, I stopped there and I bought some masks, 3 masks, because I had 2 friends that I was going to meet for Halloween. And one was a sign mask. It's like that. I think that's the thing. It's all on my Instagram. And yeah, I went and I met them, and we had a fun night together. But yeah, it woke up something in me. I never wanted to feel that way again. I enjoyed my life in HK. I've been in Guangzhou too. Is that? Are you talking about Gwangju? You've been to Gwangju too? Ah, interesting. Knowledge of language. Definitely, definitely. Only I have one tattoo. Too much. One too many. I'm sorry, Martha. I don't I don't have any tattoos, but you've got one tattoo. The winner is alone in Portuguese. Sometimes you'll feel that you're struggling alone, and you'll feel disappointed at the end. Mm. You have so many people that look up to you. That's remarkable. Well, thank you, Marta. The winner is alone. I like that. I won't get it as a tattoo, but I hope to tattoo that on my heart someday. The winner is alone. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, are you really a winner if you're alone? But you're never alone. You've got your daughter and people that care about you. I've got that too. A wake-up call. Under no circumstances must you learn a language reading books from this country. As far as I know, each country counts its history its own way. Very true. Talking about reading history, don't get me wrong. No, of course, Manuel. Thank you for sharing. If someone is in a different city, it should be a video interview, honestly, unless they need a demo of the person. I'm a supervisory role, only the same. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I wish it was like that. It would have been better, but I think I was on the short list for doing that. So that's why they wanted to see me in person. Well, fortunately, actually, a funny story. Another funny story. All my stories are funny. So actually, that Gwangju interview, the reason I was so confident, the reason I felt that way is because I already had a backup. You see, a year ahead of that, I tried to get into a university. I finished my master's, but in Korea you need to have a certain amount of experience, at least 4 years public school experience. So I had my master's, and the thing is, I started at my public school a little later than usual. I started 3 months later. So a year before, I went for an interview at my current university. Sorry. I went there and I had an interview, and I think I did a great job. And afterwards, they take me aside and they say, Eric, we want to hire you. And I said, I just remember I felt amazing. I went back and started to prepare everything. And then they told me later when I sent my documents, sorry, but you've only got 3 years and 9 months. You need 3 more months. I remember my coworker at the time was trying to help me get, show my experience, because I've taught in other places too. I taught in South Africa for a couple of years and at some other schools, and they just weren't having it. And so I had to re-sign for another year. So I had to do 4 years and 9 months before I could get the position at the university. So what happened was I had two interviews. I had this Gwangju interview, and I had an interview at my at the place that where I got a job before. And so what happened was I wanted to go for this Gwangju interview, knowing that I had my current university, that interview still waiting for me. I just wanted some practice and maybe see if that job was better. So I did the Gwangju interview, and then the next week I had this interview at this university I'm at, and I went there, and I remember I went in, and everybody was just sitting there, smiling at me, asking me questions, and I don't think I answered the questions as well as I did in the Gwangju interview or a year ago, but they were just sitting there smiling, and then after the interview, come out and said, Eric, we know you've got the experience now. We still want to hire you, and. It just blew me away after that. The challenging people have to go such effort offered. So true. In Spanish, pretty much victory have only 100 fathers. Defeat is an orphan. Wow, Manuel, that's interesting. Victory has 100 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. Kaiem, watching from Japan. Hi. Oh, I miss Japan. I would really like to visit again soon. Mario. Hi. Hello, Eric. At your yeah. You know what's a lot of stress from your principal and parents. And so they expect you to be perfect in everything you're doing. I think I did a video on how to deal with coworkers, but how to deal with parents. The thing is, a lot of times these parents and these teachers, it's like I think they've got more going on in their lives, and they're trying to find an avenue to deal with it. So anytime somebody feels really angry, or and you don't think you did anything particularly wrong, um, if you can improve, if somebody says, listen, you got to do better, and you understand it, you also think, listen, I'm not at the best, I'm doing my best, I'm trying, maybe I can change a few things. Yeah, if it's valid criticism, accept it. But if you think these people are just angry, or they just want to put on pressure on you, because some people, I've seen that a lot, they feel like they want to control things, and they want other people to feel bad, and that's by trying to control other people they can control what's happening in within themselves. At that point, just ignore it. Take on good criticism, listen to it, try and improve. But if people are being unreasonable, if people are saying things or trying to put pressure on you, don't accept it. Just smile and go on your way. It's that famous quote. Everybody, quickly look it up. What's it? What's her name? The first lady. She was the first lady. Can you guys still see me? Probably not. What Eleanor Roosevelt? Something like you can't give anyone permission to make you feel something. Somebody look it up. I want it up. I can't search for it now. Although how much do I have left? 21%. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Somebody look it up. What is it? Something about Eleanor Roosevelt. They can't force you to feel something. Uh, I need to find out about it. Iselina, hola, nice to see you. Due to exchange rates and the recent political tension, it's really hard finding enough people to fill out vacancies. Fewer people looking to come to Korea and also visa. 100%. It's really difficult to bring people in now. You know, it's I was looking at some statistics before about how many so many fewer so so many fewer way less Americans are coming to Korea than before. Other countries do. South Africans, I think it's up a little bit because, you know, Korea is still better than the financial situation in South Africa, but less Americans, less English, less Australians, less New Zealanders are coming to Korea. So fewer and fewer people are coming. So it's difficult, you know. A lot of schools are just angling, but still they don't want to increase because if you increase the pay, it's, you know, you've got to keep that forever. So yeah, it's difficult. Mario, thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for watching. Iselina, good morning, everyone. Vutik, Vutik, Boutique. Hi, Boutique. Pio level. Pio level. Actually, I learned some new Russian today. A couple of days ago. Novovo. It's like что у вас нового, or что нового. Am I saying it right? Novovo. It means how are you doing? Что у вас нового, if it's someone higher, or just что нового. Am I saying it right? I know the funny thing is it's like нового, but the last, it's supposed to be a G, but it sounds like a no. Okay. Mario, cut some slack, give them benefit. I like that manual. All parents wanted the best. They do. It's just we've got to watch out for parents that it's not just about the child, it's about blame. You know, imagine you want the best for your child, but you've got to be reasonable too. You've got to understand that a teacher is also doing their best and they've also got their own lives. A lot of parents see teachers as employees of their own. So let's say you are a business owner, and whenever one of your employees doesn't work as well as they should, you know, you're going to give them hell. And a lot of parents come into schools thinking, listen, you're supposed to do everything for my child. And yeah, it's tough, you know. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but last year there was a story in Korea where a teacher unalived herself, and she blamed the stress the parents and the principal put on her. she wrote a long letter about what she has to go through and how parents ridicule her and she was going through so much, and a lot of people don't think about it like that. So yeah, it really happens, you know. Sometimes you get great parents to work with, but I feel like I can definitely see how it is. Okay. My dad says, hi, good evening, Nilar. In Spain, if you want to go there on holiday, you should fill in. I'd love to visit Spain soon. I hope I said it right. Good job. 한국어로 배우고 있나요? 아니요. 바빠서 공부하기 싫어요. Uh, basically, I said I'm not studying Korean. I hate studying Korean because I'm too busy. Well, actually, I was chatting with my French friend, and he hasn't studied Korean at all, and he sent me his notebook with everything he's studying. Yeah, one of the goals I've set for myself is to improve my Korean, but you know, I think making content for teachers, making videos is way more important for me. I think that's my life's purpose for now, is to make content to help teachers. Because if I studied Korean, I can maybe improve a little bit. It will help my life, but not drastically, but it's so much effort I would have to put in. I know I can survive in Korea. I can get by, even if I didn't have my current skill, which is probably lower intermediate or something. But yeah, my life would be better. Thank you, Cholo Velo. Cholo Velo. Thank you so much. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Thank you. Yeah, so and that's exactly what I want. Thank you so much, Cholo Velo. Yeah, so I want to improve my Korean, but I think I need to work on my Russian first, because I would like to date. Well, currently maybe dating. I don't know for how long. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to improve my Russian, my Korean, but the most important thing is making content for teachers now. Hi, Eric. I've been watching some of your videos. I just want to know how you teach tenses to your beginner level students. Thanks in advance. Well, yeah, so you've got the inductive method and the deductive method. I think I made a video about it before. Did I? Yes, I think I did. So yeah, what I do is some teachers say they don't agree with this, but you give them so what I would do is I would give them a very simple explanation of it in in English. So let's say you're teaching the past tense. I will say, okay, today you eat, yesterday you ate. Today I play, yesterday I played. And then you show, okay, well, with the regular verbs, it's going to get an ed. And you give them some examples. And then I also explain it in Korean, so that I know that they understand, they can snap. Oh, okay, so it's the past tense. In Korean, it would be 뭐뭐 했어요, you know? And then you give them some examples, and so I would show them some examples, and then I would give them you know, a question and a negative to show them how to answer it. And then what I would do first is I would show them a sheet. I've got a PDF. I think I've shared it somewhere, of all the action verbs. I made it myself. I think it's like 100 action verbs. So I would just show them like this. I would project it onto the board, and I would ask them, okay, what is he doing? He went. Yeah. So whatever the grammar is, I would do some very simple examples with them. And once they get the hang of it, then I would ask them, okay, well, give me a question. And then you do the negative. After they've done that, you want to give them some sentences that they can practice on their own, review it. And then after that, you want to do, perhaps with beginners, you can do some rote, you can then they're going to focus on their speaking. So once they understand it, they've done some examples, they've written it down. Now you can either play a game where they do it, where they get points or something like that in groups, but you're also going to do some dialogues with them where they practice it with a partner. I think that's important. And then once again at the end, by that time they're quite good at it. And you can, if you want to go one step further after that, I don't always do that, especially with beginners, but you can ask them to create their own examples, and that's a great way for them to practice. I'm recently teaching English, and I am preparing the materials. There's a lot of time I get overwhelmed and I don't know what I'm doing. How can I make sure I'm teaching things in order? Yeah, just whatever you're teaching, make sure that it's useful to the students. You're never going to get the order right. Currently, I'm busy with a curriculum and I'm just trying to cover everything. So I'm trying to make lessons on everything, but everything's important. Just go into it, understand that you want to focus on the basics. You want to make sure that the students get some time to practice it and they're good at it. And don't put too much stress on yourself to be overwhelmed. Make sure you've got some fun activities that you can do with them. Make sure that they've got some examples to practice, and then an activity that they can practice with a partner, or dialogue that they can practice with a partner. What's also very useful is if you have a dialogue where you've got some words that can be changed. I found that to be useful for the students to practice. What is it? To practice, they practice it over and over again, but a model of how to do it. So, for example, if they're practicing modals, what should I do? You should close the door. You shouldn't run in the corridor. You should. So you give these sentences to them, and then they can practice it on their own. I've been told teaching a career, actually, with sleep deprivation, there's a legend in which teachers are used to see. Well, I think it's really tough in public schools. Like a lot of teachers, they're supposed to, 17%. A lot of teachers, they're supposed to stay with the students until like 9 or 10, especially if they're preparing for tests, if they're in high school, especially the younger teachers when they're first starting out. It's really hectic. The students, you go to school and you see the kids are there. It's almost like they bring some blankets and things because they're going to stay there until 9 or 10 p.m. It's incredible. I sometimes do some extra classes at a high school, and it's really fun chatting with the students and playing some fun activities with them. But yeah, it's very important. Yeah, it's crazy. So, long time. Hi, good to see you. Lithial, hi from India. The system in general is against humanity. We need to be patient, definitely. For English language teacher, all the best, Nilar. Good evening. I've known you recently. I'm teaching kids who are 4 and 5 years old how to control these notes. I think I did make a video on how to control younger kids. I'll have to turn on my computer. Let me turn on my computer for a little bit. Then I can share some of my videos with you guys. Yeah, let's turn on my computer and I can show you some things. Guys, by the way, next week, I'll try and do a live stream. I'm going to meet the French boys on Saturday, so I might not look my best on Sunday night. It takes me a long time to get over some of these things. Okay, StreamYard. Okay. I'll go in and I'll share some of my videos because sometimes I've made some videos that I've seen before that I can share. Okay, let's see. Oh, there I am. I can see myself there. Here's my live stream. Enter studio, and then let's go. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking things out. I'll share this with you now. The thing is, I can give tips and it hurts my brain, but sometimes I can share it. Young learners. Oh, here we go. Oh, don't tell me. Is it the? Oh yeah, here we go. Classroom management tips for young learners. Okay, I'm going to share this with you. Ooh, is this public? Yeah, it's public because it's actually part of a course I made for classroom management for students. Mute. Okay, stop cam, enter. Okay, I'm going to. Sorry, guys. Turn this off. Okay, I'm going to post this as classroom management for younger learners. I hope it's useful. It'll be in there. Just watch your video 22. I'm very happy it helped. I'm astonished with Oriental language. They're even learning how to draw real artwork. It's amazing. I've seen some of it. Yeah, no, the system doesn't allow to impose limits on kids. Yeah. As a labor lawyer for a while, I was teaching that law for adults. You're right, a checklist beforehand is crucial. Very. Thank you. Exercise drills first and then only game. Good. Yeah, you can do. Listen, you can do it the other way around too. You can do some drills and then you can do a fun game just to loosen them up. But yeah, you want them. You can loosen them up with a fun game and then do the drills. But you want to finish in a fun way too. Liana, you do not control the immunes play games that teach them. They love to negotiate. Very true. Doodles by Liana. Oh, that's me. How to avoid tantrum babies. So I really appreciate it. I hope it helps. It's been a while. Yeah, guys. It's been interesting. Yeah, next week I'll try and do it. I'm really miss my place. I'll need to go and check it out. Yeah, for the next couple of days, tomorrow I need to finish editing this video on teachers quitting, and then next week, and then I need to do my reports, and then next week I'll be back home. Very excited. Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for staying with me. I'll try and work hard, make you guys proud, and I hope the best for you and your classes too. Hope everything goes well. Hope lots of good health and happiness. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Is that okay? Can I say goodbye? I think so. Everyone, have a good night. Bye-bye.